So with all the political instability, the death of Charlie Kirk, bless his soul and his family's lives ahead. Long life to them, and I wish them happy healing. However, with all this instability, what is it that you should be taking seriously into consideration? The content I'm about to share with you in this video will reveal the exact suggestions you need to consider for the rest of your life to retire correctly and to ensure that you hold the world's strongest asset. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be speaking all about Bitcoin, where we are on the altcoins, and once again, how you need to stack your stacks in such a way that you will be laddering out of your profits. I'm going to show you the timing that you need to possibly consider to get out of the market. We are at an incredible time with an announcement potentially coming from Donald Trump on Monday, the Fed interest rate decision on Wednesday. Undoubtedly, we're going to see a 50 basis points decrease at this point. I have suggested that to you a number of times here on the Crypto Bliss channel and community. So make sure you are subscribed to Crypto Bliss. Now, my friends, I put out a video for you yesterday here. Crypto is about to have an absolutely parabolic explosion. In today's video, you will see once again that is true. My trades are doing absolutely phenomenal. We'll skim through them as quick as possible. But honestly, I've adjusted my stop losses. My stop losses on 90% of my trades are at break even, and soon I will be starting to take 10-15% profits off of the table so that we, with a potential pullback that may come down the line, we do not go back and lose those trades. Now, my friends, let's delve right into today's session. With altcoin season now sitting at 84% here, once again, if you were part of my Crypto Bliss channel, I've mentioned it to you here again in this video, and I've mentioned it to you so many times in my other videos. Go and check those videos out. It'll be worth your while, I can assure you. Now, of course, this isn't financial advice, but every single time we come up here above the 75 level, we're in altcoin season. So currently, we are in altcoin season. You can tell such by looking at the crypto market cap and the crypto bubbles. It's going to have a look at it on the weekly time frame. As you can see here, we are literally gaining all against Bitcoin right now. All altcoins are starting to heavily outperform Bitcoin. Okay, and I put that here with Bitcoin. If you want to look at it in USD, let's go and have a look at it in USD. All right, not terribly much difference, right? But you can see that in USD, we're massively hitting the rallies. So I like mine in BTC because, as mentioned previously on this channel, I will be trading all of my altcoins right back out into BTC and taking profits into BTC. So with the potential of the Ethereum rainbow chart currently sitting in steady, we're about to break up into the hodl territory. Could we start to, over the next few months, pump up into the but we have it earned and maximum bubble territory scenario, which we previously have done every other cycle? Now, this previous cycle, as I've spoken to you on the channel before, was a manipulated cycle. This cycle manipulated, but in a very different way. Now, if Ethereum had to get into that maximum bubble territory, and let's just say it did it by the end of the first quarter next year, we could see Ethereum sitting anywhere between $11,000 and $22,000. Okay, massive, massive. However, I want to say this to you, that is very likely going to look like a blow off top, and then a hard rejection back down. So my friends, all I want to say to you is, you're still here. We're still early. Don't waste your time, okay? Because even the Bitcoin chart is doing the same thing. We're at the bottom of hodl territory in Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is looking like it wants to go even further. Now, as you can see here, the vertical blue lines are essentially your halving dates. From there, from halving date, this was the one that we had the hardest rally. Here, we started to just buy, and then it rallied up. Here, we had a sideways and then a hard pump. Here, we've been sitting sideways for a very long time. We have not even seen that blow off top yet, okay? Now, if Bitcoin does somewhat get to that blow off top side, we're looking at, this one was in 18th of December 2017. This one here, 1st of December 2013. This one here, 22nd of the 3rd. And this peak here, how ironic, 16th of the 11th 2021. So pretty much what we can tell, and I don't know, this cycle could be very different. However, what I am saying to you, my friends, is that we're not even at the December period yet. If we get to December period, somewhere around here, that means Bitcoin at a blow of top could by December be at 300, anywhere between 250 and 450,000. Now, Mr. Arthur Hayes believes that we could be at 700,000, which would literally blow a hole through the rainbow chart here. So I'm not sure. I don't have a genie in a lamp, but I'm looking at the data, and the data's telling me something. And that's why swing trading is often the easiest, the most simple, and the best solution to maximize gains without having to jump onto your phone and stare at your trades all day long. Okay, I don't know who has time for that, but my word, the positions you would have accumulated by being part of the Crypto Bliss community, by now, you would have seen your portfolio at least 6 to 8x, my friends. So make sure you're subscribed to the Crypto Bliss community, because I'm constantly sharing that strong alpha with you. Now, with $110 billion coming into the crypto space in the last 24 hours, most of it went into Ethereum and Solana, you can see, and Dogecoin. We're starting to outperform. And remember, those are tens of billion dollar assets already. Okay. Bitcoin is the only $1 trillion asset in crypto. Ray Dalio says that every investor should have 15% of their portfolio in Bitcoin. He certainly knows what's coming. That's why I continue to plead with you, my community. Don't waste your time. Buy Bitcoin. And yes, you might only get a 2 or 3x right now, but did you have that 2x or 3x capital gains prior to buying your Bitcoin? Come on. What I've just said to you, what I've already just shared with you, should give you enough reason to consider your investment into Bitcoin. Do small weekly chunks. You don't have to buy a full Bitcoin at $118,000 today. Buy small chunks. $100 a week, $1,000 a month, $50,000 every 3 months, whatever you possibly can. The point is that you should have, at the very, 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 very least, 0.1 Bitcoin. Okay, that is the goal. Of course, we'd like 1 Bitcoin, but my friends, 1 Bitcoin, who has $120,000 lying around? In terms of the average of the population. Not many people. Okay. With that to consider, if we have a look at the MAG Scalping Pro chart here, we had a trend line, a breakout, a retest, and then the pump. Trend line, breakout, retest, pump. Trend line, breakout, retest, pump. We're going to look for the peak somewhere in Q4 to Q1 in 2026. Okay. I don't know, but I'm going to show you my trades in a short moment. And I'm going to show you how and why we will be laddering out with one of these next charts I will share with you. As said, Mr. Trump, rumors that will make huge crypto announcement next Monday. It will be bullish if it is true. Now, every time there is a rate cut. The historical alt season starts in 4 days. Now, this post was made on the 12th of September. It's now the 13th of September. The Fed will cut rates 3 times and inject $5.7 trillion. The last time this dude turned $519 into $291,000 with alts. Now, I don't know about you, but I've got a decent amount, okay, of altcoins. I've got quite a substantial amount more than that in altcoins and in Bitcoin. So maybe I become a dollar millionaire this cycle. Okay, if you have positioned yourself with me, you may just end up there as much as I am. Okay, so with that being said, with a potential of $5.7 to $10 trillion coming in this cycle, every time there's a rate cut, boom, massive, massive rally. 389 days until the bottom of the next rate cut. Boom! 391 days. So we've surpassed, but in the next 4 days, we could be expecting the altcoin market cap to absolutely pump insanely high. And what this chart is also indicating is that every time it pumps into the red, it has a pullback down to the purple. So right now, where we kind of found a stability level at around the $3.5 trillion level as the baseline, this is saying, well, the next could be about $5 to $5.5 trillion as the baseline on the next market cap. And I guarantee you that Bitcoin is going to make up 50 to 60% of that. And that's what happens. Okay. So 3 to 4 trillion. Okay. At the bottom of the next bear cycle, which is, my friends, double where we are today. So at the bottom of the next cycle, who knows? We could be sitting at 150 to 250,000. I don't know. I don't have a genie in a lamp. I'm just staring at the data, analyzing it, and saying to you, you must consider to take profits from September going forward. Okay. Right now, and I'm very much on the same path here. There is a clear path from 130 to 200 to 500. Hodl strong. Look, I don't know if we'll reach 500. The indicators I have shown you are telling us it is possibly true. But the point is that, like I will show you in my trading chart, take 10% profits at the end of September, 10 to 15 at the end of October, 15 to 20 at the end of November. By that point, you're like 60% out of the market. Let the rest pump. Take 50% of your next batch of profits out in December, okay? And then leave whatever's left over to rally into January. And maybe in January, we really just have the last absolute blow off top. At that point, my friends, I'm possibly, and I will reevaluate and keep you in the loop on this channel every single time. Make sure you are subscribed to the Crypto Bliss community, because I'm going to be doing crazy content for you over the next 6 months, okay? Because of all of the content I have been sharing with you. I want you to make money with me. I want you to take $1,000 and convert it into $300,000, okay? Can you do that? I'm pretty confident that you can. That I can say to you, but you will have to rotate. You will have to take profits. You will have to do the things that are so hard to do at this point. Make sure you have your emotions in check, because the moment greed gets you and consumes you, you're going to lose all of your money. Okay, I've learned that a number of times in this space already. Don't get greedy. Take profits. Now, that would be a little bit confusing with what I'm about to share with you on my trades in a short moment. But for now, you can see here that altcoin season truly does start. The others' dominance in 2017, the moment we broke out, we sat sideways, boom! We broke out. We're literally breaking out of this area. We're about to see others' dominance probably come into the 20 to 25, maybe even 30% of the total market cap space, my friends. That is trillions of liquidity coming into the space. Again, the next target for Bitcoin is absolutely and certainly between 160 and 170K, without a doubt, my friends. without a doubt. As you can see here on this chart, the orange is Bitcoin, the yellow is gold. When money transfers out of gold and goes into Bitcoin, you have a parabolic run. The money is seeking capital returns. Look at where we are on gold. Okay, we're very likely going to see gold start to top out very shortly, and that liquidity go into Bitcoin. Now, considering gold is about a $24 trillion market cap, with a 30 to 50% pullback on gold work right now? I don't think so. I think we'll probably have the 20 to 30% max pullback. We're talking about $5 to $6 trillion of liquidity out of gold, let alone all the other assets in the world that will be flowing into Bitcoin. Now, the bull market continues according to Plan B. We're only in the yellow phase. Okay, we're here. We have all the way here to go for the next cycle pump. And once again, Bitcoin enters a massive bullish crossover. Okay, on the stochastic RSI, we are seeing at that point we have the hardest part of the Bitcoin rally cycle. Could we be seeing? I'd like to know what your price for Bitcoin is down in the comments below. Let me know. Now, let's go and have a look at the charts very quickly. The Bitcoin chart, and I want to just do this very nicely with you. Here is on the weekly time frame the stochastic doing a crossover. The MACD is sell pressure is dead, and the market cipher chart hasn't really given us our green dot yet. It gave it to us over here. It hasn't really truly told us to sell. It just said some people were taking some profits. Okay, so you can see here the money flow is really, the volume is kind of like this area here right now. It's slow, and then we have the massive rally and liquidity flow. Okay, so where we are right now in Bitcoin, we're probably going to hit between the 155, 175, 80K. Ethereum is doing the same thing. We're having Ethereum reaching for the break of that all-time high. However, we do have the stochastic, which is very much overbought right now. So we could have a slow sideways action here for Ethereum while the layer ones start to rally. I am confident that we will see capital flow into Ethereum and other assets, especially considering Bitcoin right now dominance is breaking through with very intense candles here, the low level of this area. That will immediately bring us down to potentially the 42% area, which is a 20% drop in Bitcoin dominance. The total 3 market cap is reaching for the all-time highs. This candle, if we close this like this on the weekly, my friends, we are massively bullish. And on the market cipher, you can see that we've had a few green dots indicating to us that the total 3, or the altcoin market cap, is about to absolutely rip it. Our UT bots indicator told us to buy down here. Okay, your total market cap, it didn't break the all-time high. It's about to break the all-time high, and once it does that, we're going to see fast and hard liquidity pump into the space. My friends, like I'm saying to you, we're currently at $4 trillion. We see this move up to $9 trillion. That's a $3 trillion move. That's a 50% move up on the total crypto market cap. If we see it come up to the $11 trillion, that's a 300% move. I believe it was going to come up to here, but hey, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Because right now, with others, we have had a very strong buy indicator right here on the MACD, on the stochastic, and on your market cipher. Look at what we've got here on the market cipher. This is telling us we're about to see massive liquidity flows come into your altcoin cycle. Now, we had the very strong buy indicator here. My friends, we're probably going to do this. Look at how we're following my little drawing here. Boom, we break out, pull, boom. Massive pumps are coming for us. Solana against Ethereum has had a very strong buy. I've been telling you for now maybe 3 or 4 weeks, okay? This was your buying opportunity. It hit this level. It didn't break the lows on any of these candles. It broke the highs and it kept breaking highs. The MACD, the stochastic, and the market cipher are all telling us the exact same thing. The UT bots are telling us to buy. Are we going to see a massive Solana outperformance against Ethereum? I do believe so. Now, I know I have been speaking about Doge, not Dodge, Doge, D-O-W-G-E. I have been telling you to accumulate. I did buy me some more down here. We're up 25% on the day on this trade right now. Okay. Yes, I've been accumulating here. We're getting ready to break through this level. Once we break through this level, next level up is at 45 million. That's a 300% gain here, my friends. The next level from there is a $80 million market cap. That's a 400% gain from here. That, and of course, Bitty. Okay. I've been telling you to accumulate Bitty. We've been sitting sideways. I know I got 1,000 lines here. Okay. But for very strong reason. This uptrend line, we broke down. This downtrend line, we've broken up from now. And this long trend downtrending line, we've broken up from. However, really, we're in a range in this zone right here. So why would you not continue to accumulate this project at the $11 million market cap when it's all-time highs up here at 20? And we could, according to the Fibonacci, hit a $65 million market cap. That's a 6x from where we are today, my friends. All I'm saying to you is that potentially, honestly, I think Bitty could probably hit $1 billion in this cycle. If we hit $1 billion, it's 1,000x gain on your crypto. Okay, 1,000x gain. If you invested the $500 that I was previously showing you, okay, 1,000x on your $500 is a $500,000 return from $500. Are you serious? And that's just one coin? Are you seeing what it is that I'm saying to you? If you are, make sure that you, my friends, are certainly subscribed to the Crypto Bliss community. I'd love to touch base on my last trades with you. Let's dive right in. So right now, you can see Ethereum, I bought it down here. Okay, I got stopped out with a liquidity hunt here. I was buying and buying and buying and accumulating here, and then I got stopped out. And then I only received more dry powder at this area, so I waited patiently. You don't buy on the green, okay? You buy when there's some red and there's some sideways capitulation, etc. Now, honestly, Ethereum is getting ready to break through the all-time high here, my friends. What does that do for the rest of our altcoins? I'm still sitting in all 25 of the trades that I shared with you. And let's have a quick squiz here. Right now, okay, my Ethereum is 160% in profit. My Bitcoin is 210%. My Cardano is 118. My Arweave is 54. As of last night, 100% of these 25 trades are now in profit. Okay. Arweave is 54%. Doge is 65. The Pepe is 101%. Solana is 182%. Solana, I might start taking small profits off very shortly. Near is 75%. Say is 85%. HBAR 65%. Sui 27%. Algorand 30%. AVAX 152%. Link is 250%. Injective 71%. Prime is just after break even 7%. Ondo 113%. 103. Renders 87. Pith is 25. Sonic is 15%, Ton is 2%, Trump is 50%, Pengu 130%, Radium is 33%, and Fartcoin 110%. All of my trades are now in profit. If you have been subscribed to the Crypto Bliss community, you would have known those trades that I've been getting in. I have been saying to you for the last 3-4 weeks that trillions, okay? I'm calling for a $12 trillion market cap this cycle. Honestly, $12 to $15 trillion. We really are going to see 20x returns, massive. We're entering that banana zone, and could we hit 10K into $1 million? I do believe so, my friends. But only if you've been subscribed to the Crypto Bliss community would you know how to position yourself massively for this next altcoin season cycle, rotating those profits out of altcoins and back into Bitcoin. Thank you for being here with me once again on the Crypto Bliss community. I appreciate you, and we will see you on the next one.